exploring the beautiful Halong Bay. This view is amazing. We're going to be visiting a few different spots, including kayaking through a cave. We're gonna crash! We're gonna crash! And also the famous T-top island. Look at the view and this beach. Wow. But is Halong Bay still worth visiting in 2025? I've never experienced this. Like, you're queuing to get into a cave and the queue is like goes all the way back there now. So we're actually going on a day trip to Halong Bay from Hanoi. So we're getting picked up from Hanoi, taken to Halong Bay, doing the full trip, and then walk back to Hanoi after. So obviously a lot of people do the cruises which you stay on for a couple of nights, but we just thought we'd do it in a day trip because we noticed that you go to exactly the same places. It's kind of just a bit more longed out when you stay on the boat. So we thought, because we're a little bit short on time in Vietnam, we thought this would be perfect for us. So that is what we're doing today. We're getting picked up by the coach in about 10 minutes at 8 AM. So we're just making our way to the pickup point now. So we just arrived at a service station, so it does take 2.5 hours to get to Halong Bay, so it is quite a long journey.
That's once you've left Hanoi.
Yeah, so once you've left Hanoi, because we had to go pick up a couple of people from a few different locations, so it does take a while to get there, so it definitely is like a long travel day, but hopefully by the time we get there it'll be worth it. So we're about halfway there, and so far it's actually gone pretty quickly, which is nice. So we've actually just pulled up at a pearl museum. I didn't know this was part of the itinerary, but apparently Halong Bay is famous for their oyster farms and the pearl farms from the oysters. So we're gonna go see one now. This is so interesting.
Oyster is aqua. The black oyster that are brown. Some they are black or some lighter. And when it's way of the shell, come from the shell.
That was definitely not what I was expecting to see on this tour. I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. Like, it feels kind of mean to the oysters, but yeah, I mean, we've seen it, and if that's what Halong Bay is famous for, then it makes sense that it is part of the tour. But we're about to get back on the coach, and then we are finally gonna make it to the boat.
I think we've got to be close because we're in Halong Bay now.
We're in Halong Bay now, so yeah, I'm super excited to get on the boat, see what it's like. So we've made it to the harbour, we're just waiting to board the boat. I'm actually so excited now. I actually can't wait to see what it's like. Just driving through Halong Bay, it looks beautiful here, so...
It's like palm trees
everywhere.
Okay, one, drinking group. Yes, so now here, that is our cruise. You can see our cruise name is Hercules Luxury Cruise. That is
So it is quite windy up here, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear me, but we've made it on the boat, we've had lunch.
That was good.
And it was actually really nice. There was a lot of fish.
Yeah,
we don't love fish.
Mainly carbs, basically.
Yeah.
Rice, noodles, cake.
But we're currently on the top deck. I will give you guys a little overview of where we are because the views from up here, incredible. So this is the top deck, and then you've got all of the limestone cliffs over here, which are just so insane. We've got a couple of deck chairs. Jasper's just got a seat over there.
Doing chat. Rock myself to sleep.
And then over the back here, we've just got a little jacuzzi, which I didn't even know was on this boat, so that is pretty cool to get in there with this insane view. This boat is actually so nice though. It was way nicer than I was expecting. Like, as soon as we walked in and saw all the buffet laid out, I was like, wow, this is pretty fancy. But we're now just gonna chill here until we arrive at our first stop of the day. So we have just arrived at the first island of the trip, and this one is called T-Top Island. And when we pulled up, I was like, this is such like a built up island. Like it had like a proper harboury bit that you could get off the boat. So yeah, it was not what I was expecting, but it is really beautiful. Like I'll give you a little spin around in a second to show you the beach and everything. But this island was named after a Russian astronaut that came here in the 1960s with the president at the time, Ho Chi Minh. And this Russian astronaut was called Titov, and then they actually named the island T-Top. And essentially this was to honour the relationship between Vietnam and Russia. So that is where the name comes from, but we're now going to have a little explore. This beach in front of us now just looks so nice. Look at the view and this beach. Wow, it is extremely busy. Wow. So you can actually swim at the beach here, but you can also do a little hike to the top. Apparently it takes about 20 minutes, so I'm not sure if we have time to do the whole hike, but we're going to do part of it just to see some of the views, because apparently the views from the top of this island are insane. There are so many people on this island at the moment. It is probably the busiest place we've ever been to. We've made it halfway to the top, but I just could not get over the fact that we were queuing up.
Yeah, I think we literally get to the top and have to come straight back down.
Yeah, so we thought we'd come halfway. There's a little viewpoint here, and it is just incredible. This view is amazing. Like it really reminds me of Maya Bay in Thailand. Like
it's very similar.
Phi Phi Islands.
I think Thailand is limestone cliffs as well.
Yeah.
From memory, so it's very like similar.
It's actually interesting as well, because my mum rang me just before we were coming on this trip and was like, make sure you have a look at what films were filmed in this area. And there are a couple, and some that I didn't recognise. I think one was called like Kong, another one was called Pan. There wasn't any films I actually recognised, but a lot of people think that the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies is actually filmed here, but it originally was going to be filmed here, but apparently they couldn't get permission from the government in the end to film here in Vietnam, so they ended up moving the filming location to Thailand. So that is where the famous James Bond film was filmed, actually in Thailand, but a lot of people get this place and Thailand mistaken for each other, so that makes sense as to why they look so similar.
Yeah, and we've seen the trip last time, didn't we?
When we were in Thailand, yeah.
And it literally called like James Bond Island.
Yeah, the tour in Thailand is called James Bond, so love that. But anyway, we're gonna head back down to the bottom now. Back on the boat, and we are now heading to our next spot, which is going to be a kayaking spot. I'm kind of nervous though, because you have to do it two of you, so me and Jasper are going to be in the same kayak, and I personally haven't kayaked since I was a child. Like I genuinely cannot remember what it was like, and Jasper said he's going to tip me out of the boat, so I don't know how this is going to go. We will see, but I'm super excited. Apparently you can like go around caves and stuff, so we will see. You had the choice of doing kayaking. You could also go on a bamboo boat, which apparently seats up to like 10 to 14 people, or you could do a speedboat. So we've decided to go for kayaking because I feel like that would be the most fun option. But this is where we currently are. So we are just pulling in now. The limestone cliffs are just so incredible. How excited are you for kayaking?
I reckon it's going to be good. I don't think it is a cave now.
Is it not?
I think it's just kayaking around an area, but I don't really know. We'll have to find out.
I was saying how we haven't kayaked since forever. Like I genuinely...
I haven't kayaked since I was a kid.
That's what I was saying.
Every time I went out with me and my dad, I used to make us capsize, so...
Love that. I'm nervous. So yeah, paddle.
Please, but there to have more people come, so we can go first. So please hurry up. So come here. Come here, hurry up.
Hurry up. Let's go. Off we go. Okay, let's go. Left. right. Oh, sorry. We've made it onto our kayak. Just was paddling at the back, doing all the work. And we are just currently heading into this cave here. This is where we're currently going into. This is crazy. This is so fun. The cave is just so cool. I actually just love not doing any of the work. Wow, we've even got entertainment.
Just doing all the work, it's what we like. Yeah, be careful when you turn around to look back, you don't just throw all your body weight. That's how I used to make me and Dad fall in.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Kayaking is hard work. So we've now come to this side. This is basically the whole area that you can paddle around. It's pretty cool. We're gonna head back this way now. We're now just going to round this rock, but I don't know how we get back out. Has Jasper got it? Oh no, we're gonna crash, babes. We're literally gonna crash. We're gonna crash. We're gonna crash. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So if you went the other way, you could get a bit of speed and just fly straight through.
That was so scary. Oh, I thought I was gone.
You hit the rock at like 1 mile an hour. I'm on the race now.
Okay.
I may as well just do the paddle now.
Right, shall I paddle as well? Let's see how fast we can actually go. Jasper said my paddling technique isn't the best.
Needs a bit of work.
How fast we're going? We are actually going so...
It's the engine at the back of the boat. Basically a propeller.
Oh my god.
I'm getting rather wet, but I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, this is so fun. Apparently people have just seen monkey. Oh my god, there's 2 monkeys. Right, let me... Oh. Sorry. Wow, this is so cool. Yeah. There's one here just scaling the cliff. This one here is just having a snack. That has to be the coolest thing we've seen. I was just not expecting to see monkeys here. And there are so many. Jasper's happy. Completed it.
See, we would have missed them if we listened to you and went back in there.
I know. We're literally... Bye monkeys. Right, let's paddle back through the cave. We made it through the cave. It is now time to say goodbye to the kayaks and head back to the boat. Right, we made it back on the boat in one piece. It was a bit touch and go at some points whilst we were kayaking. Thought Jasper was gonna...
Really.
Jasper was gonna kayak us?
I was kayaking.
Capsize us.
I'll be like, you gonna paddle now? Yeah, and then Jess will see something else and she whips her phone or GoPro back out. She's done about 5 paddle strokes.
I just get distracted and I'm
It's
like, oh, this is so cool.
To be fair though, it's actually quite easy to do it on your own.
Yeah.
As soon as you get going, it's just kind of like a... Obviously you can go faster with baby.
Yeah, it was so cool though. Seeing the monkeys was really the highlight. I was not expecting to see anything living in those cliffs. So
no, and it's funny, isn't it? Because on the boat when we were coming towards it, I said like every time I look at these like isolated limestone cliffs, they're not very like big islands, are they? I always think, oh, I wonder what's living on them. Obviously like birds could be, but I said like you never know. There could be like a rogue animal. There's just
monkeys and their faces were so
Are they
pink.
baboons? Because I seen the bigger one had like a really red bum. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I don't know what they were, but
Yeah, I want, because I'm sure baboon. We'll have to look at a picture. I'm sure baboons have a red face and a red bum.
Yeah.
And there was only one of them I seen that was like an adult, wasn't there? The rest
they were all
of them
babies.
Quite small. I could be wrong though. There's so many different types of monkeys.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was cool.
If you ever come here and you get the choice between bamboo boat, kayak and speedboat, you have to do the kayaking.
Yeah, it's just fun.
It's just the best, so definitely recommend. But now we're just chilling on the top deck. I don't know how long we've got here.
Wet.
Yeah, you did actually.
Soaked, my bum was soaked through, and I stupidly didn't put my swimming trunks on to get on the
We just thought, you know what, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I
but
thought I'd just swap out. I can swap where, obviously I'm in my swimming trunks now, but I kind of done it backwards. So I should have put them on first, but it doesn't really matter.
So yeah, be prepared to get a little bit wet. But yeah, we're just chilling up here. I don't know how long we've got here until we go to the next spot. It's actually really nice now the sun's come out. It was quite cloudy this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, and very hazy. Look how clear it is now.
Oh yeah, let me show you what we're currently looking at. This is our current view. We've got all the other boats over there. So yeah, this is the top deck. So it actually only takes 10 minutes to get to the next spot, which is going to be some caves. Apparently they're the most beautiful caves in Halong Bay, apparently. The most impressive. I actually can't remember.
It translates to surprising cave.
It translates.
It translates to surprising cave.
Okay, cool.
And I think it's like 150 steps, and it's a cave up a mountain, or mounting.
We'll see.
150 steps up, but yeah, it's meant to be the nicest one.
We're heading there next, so we will see what that is like. So we've just arrived at the caves and there is a queue to get in the caves. Like, this is actually...
We haven't even got to the steps yet.
This is insane. Let me show you. This is the queue all the way up these steps, and then the cave is up there. This was not quite what I was expecting, but I guess we just queue. And we'll see how long it takes us to get to the top. What's the current time now? We'll see how long it takes. So it's currently 3:42. I'll let you know when we get to the top. We were just saying, we think this is like the busiest, most touristy trip we've ever done. Like, we always go to the touristy places, but they're never like this. Whereas this is, I've never experienced this. Like, you're queuing to get into the cave, and the queue is like goes all the way back there now. Like, it is.
And like I said, I reckon if you do an actual cruise where you like stay for a couple of nights, you probably come to these places at different times, whereas every day trip comes to the same place at the same time.
Yeah, so it is
pretty
busy.
crazy. I mean, it is moving.
It's moving
I reckon
slowly.
like 10 more minutes and we'll be in there.
Yeah, so hopefully it's not too bad. I feel like it does kind of ruin the experience a little bit.
But then we are part of the problem.
Exactly, and it makes me not want to come to these touristy places when it's like this, because I'm like, it can't be good to have this many people visiting these islands every single day.
It's like Thailand, they started limiting it, didn't
Yeah.
It's like Maya Bay. I think I just heard him say that there was a period of time where they stopped all tourists.
I think they need to
it
do
was
that.
years ago.
Yeah, and especially because this area is so beautiful, like having this quantity of people visit it every day is just, yeah,
Nuts.
pretty insane. So it is 3:55, so it didn't actually take that long to get to the top. Yeah, the view from up here is so cool. Down into the cave we go. Coming to another chamber. Wow. Look at it.
To be fair, that one actually does look like a monkey. I gotta give it to him.
Which one?
So you see that he called it a palm tree.
Yeah.
On the very top on the left, there's like a bit that sticks out, and it looks like a head, one arm and one leg, and then the tail.
Oh yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, it does look like a monkey.
It does actually look like a monkey.
This cave is huge.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Surprising.
Surprising cave.
Surprising cave. There's a finger. Well, apparently it's actually a cannon, and there's a little. It's pointing towards a hole in the roof. So they say it's a cannon, but
Just for seeing something else.
yeah. I'm seeing a little one. This is actually pretty insane.
It is.
Like the sheer size. I mean, you probably won't tell on camera, but it's huge.
Yeah, it really is.
Biggest cave I've ever seen.
So we're now leaving the cave. That was actually really good.
Yeah, it was good. It was very surprising. Proper dad joke, that one.
Thank you. We are currently just watching the sunset from the boat, and that was actually our last stop of the trip. So we're now heading back to the harbour. So peaceful this time though. Just sat up here watching the sunset.
Vibing out.
It looks so nice, like behind all the cliffs. No one. We didn't end up getting back until 9 p.m, so it was a very long day trip, but I'm so glad that we saw it. It honestly is as beautiful as the photos. It's one of those places where you're kind of like wondering before you go there, does it actually look as good in real life? And it definitely does. It is so stunning. But I'm gonna be honest, one thing that really didn't sit right with me was the number of people there. Like, it was honestly insane. Like, I genuinely have never been on a day trip or a tour that has that insane amount of people, and all I could think about during the day was just how bad this must be, like how much of an impact this must have on the area. And there was a couple of things that happened in the day where essentially they are obviously doing things to kind of supposedly help with the conservation, but for example they were saying like you can't bring plastic bottles into Halong Bay, but they didn't do anything to like stop you. Like, they didn't check your bags, they didn't, like, I don't know, it kind of felt like there were these rules in place but no one was really following them. And we also saw people with plastic bottles and no one seemed to care. So whenever you research into Halong Bay, and kind of on face value it looks like they are doing loads to preserve the area and help the environment, but I think the reality is very different. And I don't know, I just feel like something needs to be done to like limit the number of people that go there. And would it put me off going again? Yes, like I wouldn't want to contribute towards what is happening to that area. And I think we saw this huge cove filled with litter, like, I don't know, something just about the day didn't sit right with me. So I just wanted to share that, because I feel like it's all well and good going to these places, but if the reality of the way that the environment is being treated there is very different, then I think, yeah, you should say something about that. But let me know if any of you guys have been there, if you thought similar things, or if it was completely different. Like, maybe we just went at a bad time. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. But overall, it was a very nice day, and I'm glad that we have got to see it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, because it does really support my channel. And I shall see you guys in the next Vietnam vlog. Bye. I cannot believe this is my background.